Kate Krosky moved to the Coast Shoreline subdivision in Goderich 4 years ago, and she says sometimes now she wishes she hadn't.
I feel like we have been totally taken advantage of and basically ripped off.
The Coast development started in 2020 with plans for 300 homes stretching between Highway 21 to 1,300 feet of Lake Huron shoreline. Krosky and fellow concerned residents believed they were buying homes that would have direct access to Goderich's famed waterfront trails and beaches. But 4 years later, no such direct access exists.
We had looked at another development where they had a paved path going down to the water, so I was asking questions in regards to that, and yes, we were told, that's what it would be.
Krosky says this section of the Coast website from 2021 is just one of the trail mentions that helped convince her and others to move here.
We were lured here by the advertising, by the website, all indicating that we were going to have this beautiful waterfront with access down to the water.
The Coast developer Rob Wood says a paved trail through the shoreline subdivision and a grass trail currently along the top of the slope overlooking Lake Huron is what was promised and delivered. Stairs or a paved path leading directly down to the Lake Huron were not and are not in any future plans for the Coast development.
This is what the trail was promised, and we delivered that before this was built here, before any residents had moved into the subdivision, so they had a really good idea. Now our goal is to protect this as long as is practical and is feasible.
Protecting that trail is tricky because Lake Huron is digging into the shoreline along the Coast development, causing erosion. Wood was given approval from the Maitland Valley Conservation Authority and other federal and provincial agencies to use heavy machinery to slope the shoreline along the subdivision's waterfront back in 2021 to try and help with that. There's now a coastal study being decided upon to see if sediment dredged from Goderich's port and marina can be placed at the toe of the Coast bluff to help even more.
Instead of disposing of it many miles offshore or trucking it onshore, which is what is currently done with those dredgings, it could be moved and deposited at the toe of the slope here.
We're going to listen to the professionals here and take their advice. And we're doing everything correctly here, and we'll continue to move in that direction regarding this.
Krosky and her fellow concerned residents say if they'd known about any of this back in 2021, they likely wouldn't have bought here.
We feel that we wasn't treated fairly, and we also feel that the transparency wasn't there.
Wood disagrees and says most of the 80 homeowners currently calling the Coast home are very happy with their new subdivision.
We don't have to be concerned about homes falling into the water, about services being lost or things like that.
In Goderich, Scott Miller, CTV News.